What a Catch is inviting people to come on a fishing trip with me. That's what I do. I'm a professional fisher. I fish around the world. I chase big game fish. It could be an Atlantic salmon, taimen. It could be a big sailfish. You never know from week to week. So I want people to travel along with me and experience the culture and the food. And I go off to these remote places, and you get the feeling that no one else has ever walked where you're walking. And you get to fish in pristine wilderness. What a catch.
Brim to the tray, it poured sweet and clear. It was a very good year.
Hello, what do we got here?
Stan, you have a letter from Vice President Cheney here today.
My God, let's see what the devil he has to say.
Have a nice day. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you. I am now the proud owner of one of your reels, given to me by a close friend some years ago, Dick. You don't get those every day, that's for sure. It's wonderful.
What are you singing, Stanley?
I'm singing a song that Sinatra used to sing. It was a very good year. It's a very melancholy song. I don't know why I like melancholy songs, but I'm a moody guy anyway, so to me it's it's sort of like my own life, you might say.
Stan was born in a time when fire trucks were pulled by horses, but even he wasn't around when the reel was invented. There are oriental paintings that show Chinese fishermen using reels of various sizes. They can be dated back to the 12th century. Until the 1800s, reels were storage devices. In the 19th century, they evolved into casting devices called multipliers. Before long, craftsmen invented reels with drag mechanisms to meet the demands for big game fishing. The Bogdan proudly takes its place as part of this history.
When I'm out fishing, I just look around me and just thank God that I'm here. I mean, to me, I can say, well, I can have a good time even if they're not biting. I can, because I'd love to have them bite too, but I've had over the years, I've fished the best rivers in the world, so naturally you can be a duffer and still catch fish, and I have. Oh, God, I mean, all my best friends I've met on salmon rivers, every single one of them. They were just...
You can tell a lot about a person when you're out fishing with them.
Oh, can you?
If they're patient or if they're...
Oh.
Yeah.
Two things I love in this world. One is silver salmon, and the other one is beautiful women.
Oh, my dear.
So you see, I'm an authority on both.
What do you think makes a salmon take? I mean, no one really knows, but what's your theory?
Nobody knows. I mean, we've had so many theories that have fallen apart. A salmon is like a woman. And I looked in those two eyes and, oh, gee.
Keeping an eye on you.
Oh, she did. Oh, I couldn't con her at all. When they see anybody that's old and short, they'll know who they're talking to. It's always me. It started in 1940, and that's a long time ago. And I don't know if we'll ever, I don't know when it's going to end, but in the meantime...
You still have a lot of work to do, a lot of people waiting for reels.
Well, that's
and I've heard that the waiting list has never been shown to anyone, the waiting list.
The waiting list is very, very flexible. Dear Mr. Bogdan, I have the darndest feeling that my reel order was lost. When I called you in 1986 or 1987, I don't remember, I promised not to bug you. Well, 5 or 6 years later, I feel somewhat absolved of that commitment. covenant. I am at a point in my life where I hope only to live long enough to fish one more year. But since I ordered the reel in 1985, and at last glance it's 1992, well, a lot of water has gone down the brook. So seriously, I know all about the exclusive reputation thing and all that, but as one matures, as one mature guy to another with gray hair, etc., please let me know how much longer I need to be the courteous, handsome, middle-aged old fogey waiting for his reel. P.S. I'm now even into graphite these past 7 years. Thank you for your consideration, Walter Crane. Oh, God.
Well, I heard the story of the man that came and showed you his scars from surgery. He had heart surgery and said, I'm
That's
dying
right.
tomorrow. Please, I
That's
need
a true
to...
story. He showed me. He took his. There we are in the Essex Hotel in New York, and he takes his tie off and opens up his shirt and shows me the scars on his chest. And could he have a reel to go fishing on the Mattapedia River just one more time? And 6 years later, he called me up for a trout reel. He probably is still alive.
So that's how people make it to the top of this waiting list.
Oh, yeah. Dear Mr. Bogdan, as it's been 5 years this June since my husband and I capsized in the Penobscot River and lost our Bogdan reels, I'm wondering when we can expect new ones we ordered to replace our loss. As I know you don't like to write letters, perhaps you can put checks in the squares and mail the postcard to me. Thank you sincerely, Minnie Cochran. P.S. I've gone on Medicare while waiting for the reels. Dear Stanley, when Hurricane Floyd was churning off the Florida coast, packed a few necessities, and then considered what few truly important treasures to take. A couple of family portraits and my Bogdan reels. Nothing else was taken to safety. These were the most important possessions we owned. Your reels are treasured by us not just because they are superb gems, but because they remind us of you, your friendship, and our happy times together. All best wishes and affections, Mike.